with your people. I've traveled all over the world and I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm in different parts of the world and all I'm saying, oh Lord, my biggest, the miracle I have that day is not more money. The miracle I'm believing God for is not children or health or anything. The miracle is just, Lord, let me get a Nigerian food in this country. Oh Lord, and I don't know how many of you have had this experience, whether it's just me alone. But I'm just kind of praying that, Lord, I just want an African food. You have done a miracle. If I can just get amala right now, I'm not eating amala in 1 month. Oh, Lord, help me. So nothing will replace your taste, your food, your nothing will take. You are you. You can't change you. And the more you run away from you, okay, the less of you have, the less of you feel. And the more you play into what kills your core essence, okay, I am African. Nothing will change that. Of course, I can choose to be the best African you will meet. I can choose to hold my strongest values, my strongest principles, but at the end of the day, I am African. Can everybody type, I am African? Come on, guys, I'm waiting. I want everybody to type it. I am African. Of course, if you are not African, if you are Asian or Mexican, feel free to type whatever culture you are from. Okay, feel free of your culture. By the way, I love that. But for me, I'm African. Okay, and whatever happened, it doesn't change who I am. Okay, I wish my people better. I wish some things change politically. But deep down, I know my people are good people. Deep down. We've made mistakes. Some of us have struggled. Some of us have got some things wrong. Some of us, but deep down, we have good intentions. Right? Deep down, we have... How many of you understand what I'm talking about? If you're enjoying this type, I'm enjoying this. I'm learning. I'm getting value. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Remember to share this video 10 times. Share. I know videos like this will not trend. But you go and push it on those groups, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, go and push, right? Come on, promote this because our culture, our community needs this, right? We really do. And one way or the other, we have to have this frank conversation with ourselves. Somebody has to have that conversation and we just have to. Are you ready for number 3? If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, who's ready for me? Number 3, how to overcome depression, particularly amongst our people in diaspora. Number 1 is avoid false teachings, right? That it may be true, but not to your own core, right? Okay, so if you tell me to abandon my faith, it's a false teaching in my own case, right? Because it will affect me at the end of the day, right? You are not really solving my problem. Number 2, build your community and don't give up on your community. You can, of course, remove bad eggs when they appear, cut them off, but don't give up on that. You need a community and you're part of a community and you need to, stand by your community. Don't give up on that. Number 3, network upward. And this is very, very important. As much as you love your community, as much as you want to keep your community, if there's somebody from Italian community that is more successful and that if you can build good relationship with such person, it goes a long way in helping you. Please go upward, network upward. Try to network upward. Connect with people who are way, way higher than you are, bigger than you are. And it will go a long way in not being sucked into the negativity that sometimes exists in your own original community. So don't be afraid to go outside of your community. Don't be afraid to network upward, right? So that you can have this vision of a more, better future. A possible glorious days ahead. I believe my future is going to be brighter. I'm not going to give up on my tomorrow. I know And the only thing that gives you that is when you keep up networking upward, when you keep connecting with people who are so higher than you are. Today you have a sit down and you're talking to a billionaire. It's good for you. It's good for you. May not be a billionaire, but it's good for your mental state. It's good for your psyche. It's good for your self-esteem. It's good for your mindset. You tell yourself, I'm important enough for a billionaire to sit down with me and have conversation with me. So you need to network upward. You can't keep going lower and bottom. Many people, and this is where people get it wrong. I've seen a lot of people that everybody around them is lower than them. And this is where narcissism starts from. When everybody, you are the most important person in the room. Everybody around you is lower than you. Something is wrong with you. And this won't let you go higher. When you build a culture where you can't, work on your self-esteem enough to go meet people who are better than you, bigger than you, doing bigger stuff, and sitting down under them and being humble and learning and wishing to be better. Okay? That's how to rise to the top. And do not commonize them. Don't bring them to your level. Don't force them down to your level. It's just the reality here. One of the things I've had to do over the years as an entrepreneur is I've realized that some customers have tried to bring me down to their level. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I worked hard to be an entrepreneur so that I can have some measure of freedom. Okay? And I'm not going to come down to your level. How do I mean? You see somebody do business with you of 10 million naira and the person thinks that gives him or her the right to chat you up privately. I'm so sorry. You've done business with a company, not me. I may be the owner of the company, but it's a company. So you don't have the right to come and bombard me with negative messages on my phone. You do that, I'm going to block you. I don't care how much transaction you've done. I've done it several times. I have no regrets. I once had a client. Okay? This client just started sending me messages. Today she was discussing, she said somebody died in my office. I said, oh, so sorry, sorry about that. And she was like, this world is wicked. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that. The following day she called me again, somebody just died. I'm like, apologies, why, and she went on negative talks. The third day, madam, I had to tell her, I said, look, if it's because you've done business with my company, go and ask for refund. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye-bye. And I blocked her. And it's one of the best decisions of my life till tomorrow. Okay? You please, that you're my customer does not mean you are my, what's it? Okay? You have enough funds? My food is here. I've not eaten all day. Thank you. Card? Card? You can use card as well. Right? So, that you did business with my company does not mean you own me. Okay? And you can just barge into my privacy. No. Because this is also how some people got mentally depressed. I've seen entrepreneurs tell me they're depressed, they have high blood pressure, and all of that. It's also because you got yourself entangled. There's a difference between you as a person and your company. And once you have an office, you have people they can call, there's a department, people must separate you from your business. And nobody has the right to come and disturb you and say bad things about your staff. Let them go to the office and speak to the staff directly. Okay? Don't come and bombard me every day and be so negative. I will block you. Absolutely. And I blocked the woman. Right? She took my company to court. Right? And I told her, get your refund. Took my company to court. The judge called our lawyer and told her, I said, hey, you want refund? They will still have to take the administrative fee. It's just the right thing. They have staff they need to pay. They have office rent they need to pay. You say you want refund, they will still take and we still took our administrative fee. Right? And gave her back a refund. And for me, that is the way things should have been. And of course, there was no level of blackmail she didn't do. I didn't care. I blocked you. I blocked you. Relationship is by choice and not by force. I want everybody to type it. Relationship is by choice and not by force. Becoming my customer is not by force. You don't need to do business with me. It's not compulsory you must do business with me. There are several people you need to do business with. If I don't represent what you want and the values you're looking for, don't do business with me or my company. But if you choose to do business with my company or myself, there must be respect. There must be mutual respect. Right? You know, I was sharing with somebody, I said, you cannot claim you respect me and you don't respect the workers that work for me. That's not how this thing works. This woman will call my staff and start using F word on them. And I said, you cannot talk to they are human beings as well. Many of them are very educated. Many of them are exposed people and they are well paid. Because they choose to work in my company, you can't talk to them anyhow because you're a customer. You have a right as a customer. My client have rights my staff has rights as employees, of course. And what I have noticed is that people like this don't do this to other race. How many of you know what I'm talking about? How many of you know that Africans are respectful to other race when they do business with them? But when they do business with their fellow Africans, they are rude, they are saucy. There's nothing they're not going to say. How many of you understand what I'm talking about? Okay? When a fellow African has a problem with another African, he will go to court quietly. But when he has a problem with another fellow African, he will go and blackmail and say all manner, you know, and we do that hurt to ourselves. And you know what? I'm not going to be a part of that. You're not going to box me into that. It's a decision I've made. I have vowed to be so happy in my life. Nobody's going to steal my joy. You will not. I just refuse to empower anybody that way. I just refuse to. I choose who I'm friends with. I determine who is my friend, who is not my friend. Okay? And I have decided till I die, I'm going to guide my joy. I'm going to guide my joy. I'm going to guide my joy. Okay? I will rather cut off certain relationship than allow them suck me into their own negativity. You're not going to do that. I empathize with your pain. I empathize with whatever had gotten you into where you are emotionally, psychologically. I empathize. And I hope that you heal from it. I hope that you recover from it. But you will not suck me into your, lack of trust, your negativity. You won't suck me into that. I choose to love. I choose to respect people. I choose to build great relationships in my life. Right? And you must respect me. I will give you an example. I remember paying for a particular coaching program. True story. Millions for a coaching program. And this is where, because this is what I don't do to others. Millions. And at some point I couldn't go, so I had to ask my wife to go. And I remember one day I then said, well, I'm around. Let me even follow you to go for this. I even need this coach for something else. So I'll use that. As I entered, I paid millions, by the way. As I entered the man, I said, no, it's one person. Even couples cannot come for my coaching session. Respectfully, I walked out of it. I paid the money. And I waited for my wife to see she was done. We must learn mutual respect. That people choose to, business is win-win, value for value. So you can't go all, they scammed me, all they took my money. Like, what nonsense are you saying? Go and ask for refund, go to court, take them to court. Don't come and bore me with how many people stole from you. Many of you who claim you have been stolen from, is either you are lying, or you are going through some mental health issues that you are trying to, transfer aggression, or you are greedy. Somebody is greedy here. So you went for something cheaper because there's the perception is cheaper. So you still have to look inwards. Number 4. How many of you are enjoying this? By the way, if you're learning, type I'm learning. Are you learning? If you're learning, type I'm learning. Okay? And share this video as many times as you can. Number 4. Expect betrayal and see them as stepping stone. People will betray you. People will backstab you. People will say bad things about you. Expect it. Everybody type expect betrayal. Expect betrayal. I've seen people who just act as if betrayal is strange, is something new. Oga, is normal. If you're going to go far in life, people will hate you, people will betray you, people will say terrible things about you. It's part of the business. It's part of what you have signed up for. The day you make up your mind you have decided to be great is the day you sign up for betrayal, you sign up for, all manner. And I'll give you a practical example. For those of you who are Christian, you understand this story. A man by the name Joseph. Joseph in the Bible had this dream. Father and mother bowed down to him. All this, and he loved the whole thing. He relished the greatness. He enjoyed that he was going to be great. He loved the fact that everybody would respect him. But guess what? He did not know that for every greatness is trouble and problem and calamity and betrayal. And his own betrayal was so terrible because he was done by his own blood brothers. 10 of them. What could Joseph have done that 10 out of 12 brothers betrayed him? Even the last born was younger. Maybe he would have joined. Like, what was his crime? 10 whole people. Like, you could imagine how bitter Joseph would have felt. Like, am I that bad? Like, nobody could even defend me. Nobody could even stand for me. Nobody could even... Like, is it this bad? 10 people out of 12. And I'm the 12th person. Only one, which my last born and my younger brother, same mother, same father, obviously too young to even know what was going on. Is it that bad? Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you sign up for the day you want to be great. In fact, the lower the hatred, the lower the greatness. The higher the hatred, the higher the greatness. God has been dealing with me in recent times and says, Stephen, you don't have enough enemies. And that's why you've not even rise to the next level. I say, really? He said, yes. People like you too much. Right? People like you too much. You need enough adversity in your life if you're going to go far. Because it's the adversity that is the fuel for greatness. The adversity is the energy, is the stepping stone for the next level. Without it, you're not going to just rise. You need adversity. You need some people to just wake up and hate you. You need some people to carry the most ridiculous of rumors about you. It is what you have signed up for if greatness is what you want. People wake up someday. I know somebody who woke up and were shocked, okay, that, very, very shocked that they were, the person was quite shocked that they were having those encounters. And it was that, you and your husband are divorced. I'm like, there's nothing like that. We are never divorced, we're together. Who is bringing all this nonsense? Right? Who is bringing all this nonsense? But be ready, people will spread rumors. They will spread all manner. Okay? All manner. And be ready. Don't be shocked. Don't live a life where you not say, I never knew it was going to be this hard. I never knew people are going to hate me. Like, guy, what did you think you signed up for? Hatred is part of the package. You want to be great? People will carry all manner. People will hate you. People will carry gossip about you. It's just part of what you've signed up for. Be okay with it. Move on. Everybody type, move on, move on, move on. Come on, guys. I'm waiting. Everybody type, move on. That's what you've signed up for. Okay? People will say all manner. It's just part of what you've signed up for. Number 5, so that I can eat. I'm very hungry. Number 5. Choose your client well. Okay? Choose your client well. So one of the things that I have had to do over the years was I've realized that each time the lower the type, the clients you're serving, okay, the harder the issues you face, the more the rumors you get, the more the headaches you have. And it's sometimes almost the same energy you require for a $10 million client as the same thing as a $100,000 client, right? So you have to build a culture where you have to say to yourself, I have to step up. I'll give you an example. Next year, okay, whether you like it or not, I know some people will not be happy about this, but it's my decision. I am no longer, okay, going to be advertising any property that is less than $1 million. It's a decision, right? Again, you may not like me, it's your choice, right? It's your opinion, but me, is my own decision. So in other words, if you cannot afford $1 million, you can no longer become my own client. I have other colleagues in the industry. You can do business with them. They probably will service people who are not at that high level. So we all cannot be in the same market. Some of us, okay, must go higher. Some other people must service other market. But me, it's my decision. So if you don't have $1 million, don't even talk to me in 2023. And I'm not kidding. Some people think it's a joke. If you reach out to me, I'm just going to say, hey, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't handle transaction this low. You can hate me for it. It's your business. I have the right to my decision. It's my life, not your life, my own. Okay? It's my life, not your own life. So, how many of you understand what I'm talking about? If you continue to cater for certain low-level kind of customers, you will experience certain kind of stuff. It's just normal. Okay? It's just normal. So if you want to avoid certain level of insult, right? Go up. Go up. Right? Decide to start taking care of certain higher. I'll give you an example. How many of you know Zenith Bank? If you know Zenith Bank, type Zenith Bank. Right? How many of you know Zenith Bank? If you know Zenith Bank, type Zenith Bank, Zenith Bank, Zenith Bank. Come and talk to me. How many of you know Zenith Bank? Right? So Zenith Bank is a Nigerian bank, but focus a lot more with high net worth clientele. They specialize in, private banking, and a lot of their clients are more of high net worth individuals. So they go for the 1% of the 1%. That's more of their core. But one of the things that I noticed over the years, I used them as well, was that, and at the beginning, we all love another bank called GT Bank. And GT Bank says, oh, zero deposit, zero this, zero that. And yeah, it was okay. They did their best to the best of their ability. For many, many years, we all loved them. But after a while, the brand of GT Bank started going down. Zenith Bank remained the same level. Why? Because many of us who opened GT Bank when we were students, we felt we have grown bigger. We felt we were doing more business with GT Bank, but we felt GT Bank was still treating us like we're nobody. Okay? And what I later realized is that the cost of maintaining that level of excellence, okay, that level of excellence, most of the clients, because they had zero deposit, they were not charging, there was no regular charges. There were so many things when you look at it. So in reality, it was a lot difficult for GT Bank to maintain, even as our numbers even skyrocketed in terms of number of customers. It was difficult for GT Bank to maintain that level of excellence, right? And ultimately, of course, some clients will begin to have animosity. We have something we call, what do we call this now? Buyer's remorse. Something is called buyer's remorse. So obviously, some of the clients will have begin to have buyer's remorse and so on and so forth. So it's just part of business, ladies and gentlemen. So, but GT Bank that maintain, Zenith Bank that maintain high net worth, okay, continue to have a good reputation, right? And the brand is still solid till tomorrow, and still one of the richest bank. So it's your choice. For me, my choice next year you are not doing $1 million, I'm sorry, I cannot be your customer. It's as simple as it. I get it. I understand you. Go meet other people. Go meet do business with other people. But I want to deal with the 1% of the 1% of my industry. These are my own recipe for overcoming depression and battling with lack of trust. Any question? Okay, any question? Any question? Okay, did you get value? If you got value, type I got value, I got value. Please share this video. I want to get this content out there. It's going to change a lot of our people and the psyche and the way we think and our mindset. Okay, very, very powerful. Okay, very, very powerful. I love you all and God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.